Even a small movement in the savannah, where visibility is limited and there is little cover, is enough to attract the attention of a predator. Here, survival depends not only on strength or speed, but also on distance, position, and timing. As the space changes and pressure increases, a single misstep can turn the tide. So, what factors will determine who controls the outcome? On the watering points of the sub-Saharan African savanna, a single misstep can completely alter the outcome, and danger is always present at this critical juncture. Adult males weigh between 330 and 550 pounds, possessing strong jaws and well-developed shoulder muscles, allowing them to control prey at close range. As they descend into the river, the environment changes rapidly, reducing their advantage and opening the door for an ambush below. Just below the murky water, the crocodile lay low to the bottom, barely moving, only its eyes and nose visible for observation. It watched the lion's swimming direction, speed, and distance for an extended period, waiting for its prey to enter deeper water where reaction was limited. When the distance was close enough, the crocodile lunged, clamped down, and pulled at the point of contact, pushing the situation into a defensive phase. The lion reacted immediately, trying to turn and find leverage to escape, but in deep water, its mobility was significantly reduced. The crocodile continued to hold on, pulling away from the shore and maintaining constant pressure, causing the lion to gradually lose control. After a period of resistance, its strength waned, and the outcome tilted in favor of the crocodile, closing the entire sequence. At the boundary between land and water, the outcome depends on the environment and the timing of the action. The sequence of events illustrates how one species leverages its position to control a stronger opponent. In this situation, the crocodile has the advantage when the distance is close enough and it maintains constant pressure, thus deciding the outcome. On the edges of African forests, baboons live in packs with a strong collective instinct, reacting quickly to danger and often gathering in groups rather than scattering. The males act as lookouts and lookouts, while the pack constantly moves in search of food. However, during movement, even a brief separation from the group is enough to weaken their defenses and give predators an opportunity to track them. From a low position in the grass, the leopard keeps its body close to the ground and observes its target, focusing on a young baboon moving slower than the pack. As the distance shortens and the direction of movement becomes clear, it accelerates rapidly, closing in from behind and switching to a chase, giving the prey no time to adjust its course. The baboon detects danger and immediately flees towards the pack. But the distance quickly narrows. The leopard subdues and holds it firmly with a strong bite, limiting resistance. After a short time, its strength wanes and the outcome is decided. Once separated from the pack, the baboon is almost completely defenseless. In the savannah, grasslands, and semi-deserts of Africa, spotted hyenas move in open environments where many predators are present and compete directly. They maintain tight formations when foraging in organized packs. In such a movement, even a brief moment of slowness by a single individual can quickly diminish support, and tracking can begin. On the open savanna, lions lower their bodies and observe their target, focusing on the slow-moving hyena. As distance closes, they continue to pursue, adjusting their approach angle to maintain an advantage. At the right moment, the lion accelerates, striking the hyena's flank and using its body weight to cut its path. In an open environment, the outcome depends on the timing of the approach and the initial distance. When the movement rhythm is disrupted, the advantage of coordination is significantly reduced. Once the distance is reduced below the reaction threshold, the possibility of escape is almost non-existent, and the outcome is decided immediately afterward. Caught off guard, the hyena immediately accelerates to escape the area, but the lion presses from behind and maintains a favorable position. The approach is maintained by a grappling force and a pounce that disorients it, limiting its ability to change direction. After a short distance, speed decreases. The target is controlled and unable to move further, becoming a food source for the lions. When moving in herds, buffalo maintain a high level of alert and react quickly to any signs of danger, always keeping a distance to observe predators. Adults weigh approximately 1,100 to 2,000 pounds and have large, curved horns that form a hard protective layer on their foreheads for direct confrontation. When the formation is disrupted and coordination is interrupted, the ability to provide support decreases, creating opportunities for predators to approach. Just below the almost ripple-free surface of the water, the crocodile held its position, silently observing the herd of buffalo. It waited for one to break away from the formation and move into deeper water, where reaction was limited. When the distance was close enough, the crocodile leaped up, gripped its leg, and pulled it downstream, turning the situation into a direct confrontation. After the collision, the buffalo tried to maintain its balance and struggled to escape, but the constant pull caused it to lose its footing. The crocodile maintained its close proximity, gradually pulling it away from the shore and controlling its position, causing the buffalo to rapidly lose its ability to resist. After a short struggle, its strength diminished significantly, and the crocodile gained the advantage. From this outcome, in an aquatic environment, the advantage no longer lies with physical strength, but depends on the ability to control distance and position. In savannas and open forests like the Masai Mara, spotted hyenas live in large packs, controlling vast territories and frequently competing for prey with other predators. They coordinate roles, maintain stable formations, and react quickly to pressure. However, when attention is diverted, gaps can appear in their coordinated structure, opening up opportunities for rivals to begin exerting pressure. In the middle of a sparse forest, a pack of wild dogs spotted a hyena eating its carcass. Instead of immediately attacking, they spread out, gradually closing the distance and constantly changing direction to create pressure. Both sides observed each move. When the distance was close enough, the pack of wild dogs accelerated simultaneously, beginning a pursuit around the carcass. Under constant pressure, the hyena tried to maintain its formation, but its coordination slowed down. The wild dogs took turns closing in and then withdrawing at the right moment, forcing the hyena to change direction and exhaust its energy. After a period of struggle, control shifted to the wild dogs, and the hyena pack was forced to retreat. Once the formation was broken, the hyena's advantage in coordination was lost. When the distance was not controlled and the pressure continued to build, the initiative was completely lost. Under those conditions, the outcome was almost irreversible. In the open spaces of the Serengeti, giraffes rely on their keen eyesight to detect danger early and leave before an opponent approaches. They eat leaves high up, move slowly but steadily, and rarely engage in direct confrontation. Even when resting, they can get up almost instantly, but when their evasive instincts prevail, predators still find a suitable moment to approach. Along the edge of the forest, the lion pride spreads out and shifts direction to close the gap. They follow, observing the giraffe's movements and waiting for a moment of vulnerability. When the distance is close enough, the entire pride accelerates, closing in from multiple directions and forcing the prey to react continuously. During this forced maneuver, the giraffe tries to maintain balance and change direction to escape the encirclement. Many lions cling to its body and legs, reducing its mobility. After a short struggle, its strength diminishes and control shifts to the lions. The outcome is almost irreversible. Amidst the open grasslands of Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa, and Botswana, warthog forage in open spaces where good visibility allows them to detect danger early. They often stay near burrows, so they can retreat immediately if necessary. However, the low grass and lack of cover make any movement easily tracked, thus creating opportunities for predators to approach. From the edge of the dry grass forest, the leopard maintained its distance, moving slowly and constantly adjusting its approach. It stalked the warthog, waiting for the prey to stray from its burrow. When the distance was close enough, the leopard suddenly accelerated, closing in quickly and locking onto its target within a short range. At the moment of being cornered, the warthog immediately changed direction to run back to its burrow. But the distance continued to narrow. The leopard maintained its pursuit, keeping constant pressure and controlling with a steady bite, preventing the prey from regaining its balance. After a short period, its strength diminished and the advantage shifted to the leopard. The constant pressure controlled its direction of movement and gradually slowed its speed. When there was no longer a safe escape route, the opportunity was almost gone. Amidst the dense grass and concealed terrain, even a small lapse in concentration was enough to completely shift the advantage to one side. On the savannah, every confrontation reveals a rule. Advantage doesn't necessarily belong to the strongest, but to the side that controls distance, direction of movement, and timing of decision-making. When the environment changes, even a small misstep can erase all established advantages. In a world where opportunities only appear for a few seconds, the ability to maintain the initiative and act at the right time is crucial. In open areas where every movement is visible, wildebeest don't wait but launch coordinated attacks. Each approach is calculated to corner, cut off, and slow down the prey's reaction time. Once the chase begins, the distance is gradually eroded, and the outcome is often decided before the opponent can regain the initiative. In the swamps and murky waterways of Africa, crocodiles often hide underwater or lie motionless near the shore to ambush. The dense vegetation and limited visibility help them completely conceal their presence. Therefore, most prey only realize the danger when it is too late. One afternoon by the riverbank, a pack of wild dogs spotted a crocodile leaving the water and resting on the shore. Instead of charging directly, they circled around, constantly shifting positions to build pressure. As the distance narrowed, they launched swift attacks, while the crocodile tried to maintain distance and defend itself. The confrontation became a battle of wits between the crocodile's strength and the dog's coordinated efforts. Ultimately, the crocodile chose to retreat back into the water, while the dogs observed from the shore until their opponent disappeared. Thus, the situation tilted in favor of the side with better spatial control. Unlike many other predators, lions need the open space of the savannah to observe and coordinate as a pride. They move across vast grasslands, utilizing their long-distance vision to control prey. So a single individual can maintain confidence in familiar territory. On the edge of the lake in the grassland, a pack of wild dogs spotted a lion that had separated from the pack and was slowly approaching. Instead of forming a line, they constantly changed their approach, creating pressure from multiple directions. As the lion's reaction speed slowed, short, close-range attacks occurred, causing it to panic. Under increasing pressure, the lion counterattacked fiercely with its claws and teeth to maintain distance. However, it could not maintain the advantage against the relentless pursuit. The pack of dogs took turns approaching, disrupting its movement. As a result, the lion was forced to retreat and withdraw from the area. In this scenario, the outcome depended not on subduing the opponent, but on the ability to seize control. When the reaction speed is disrupted and the terrain is no longer favorable, even a larger predator is forced to retreat. When gathering near water sources in the savannah, African buffalo form large groups for self-defense, relying on numbers and formation to reduce risk. Their seasonal migrations cause them to frequently stop at fixed points, thus opening up opportunities for predators to approach. In the vast grassland, the pack of dogs spotted a herd of buffalo moving. The wild dogs immediately accelerated and charged straight at the buffalo, creating chaos on the prairie. The entire herd broke formation, dust rising as each animal fled. Soon after, a young buffalo veered off course and was dragged behind. From that moment, the pack converged, taking turns closing in on the helpless young buffalo. Several adults tried to return to help but were forced apart. Ultimately, the buffalo was subdued and became prey, demonstrating that when an individual is separated from the herd, all chances of survival are virtually gone. In the vast grasslands of East Africa, wildebeest move in large packs, following seasonal sources of grass and water. They prioritize open space to detect danger. Therefore, when density increases, even a small deviation is enough to create a gap in their defensive structure. On the savannah, the pack of wild dogs doesn't charge at the wildebeest herd immediately, but disperses in multiple directions. They avoid direct contact and constantly change positions to force the prey to turn. When the opportunity arises, the entire pack accelerates simultaneously. The target is quickly pulled away from the protective circle. Soon after, the young are separated from the pack, causing the formation behind to become disorganized. The hunting pack takes advantage of the opportunity, continuously maintaining pressure and preventing it from regaining its rhythm. As the distance narrows and escape routes disappear, the advantage quickly shifts to the side, controlling the pursuit. Along the East African savannas, such as Kenya and Tanzania, African elephants travel in large herds, following water sources daily. A herd can travel tens of kilometers in search of food and water, so every stop becomes an important gathering place. On the riverbank, a pack of wild dogs spotted an elephant drinking water and gradually closed in. They didn't rush in immediately, but moved slowly, applying pressure from multiple directions. As the distance shortened, the dogs took the initiative, forcing the elephant to repeatedly turn its head defensively. Under increasing pressure, the elephant stomped its feet and swung its trunk to maintain distance. but it couldn't control itself. The pack of dogs alternately closed in and then withdrew, disrupting its reflexes. When the pressure intensified, the elephant was forced to leave the water's edge. Having lost the initiative, the outcome was decided without a direct attack. The space with large trees is a unique advantage for leopards, a species widely adapted to the savannah and open forests of Africa. They often drag their prey to high places to avoid being robbed, thereby maintaining their food source and a safe distance from rivals on the ground. Beneath the canopy, the pack of wild dogs spotted the leopard perched atop a tree and didn't rush to approach. They fanned out in a circle, constantly changing positions and making noise to draw the leopard's attention. When the leopard descended to find an escape route, the pack immediately shifted its pace, relentlessly closing in on its opponent. Despite its superior speed and hunting abilities, the leopard found it difficult to maintain its advantage against the coordinated efforts of the pack of dogs. They continuously pressed forward, maintaining pressure that forced the leopard to retreat and seek safety. When space became limited, the advantage gradually shifted to the side controlling the pace of the confrontation. In the dry grasslands and semi-deserts of Africa, warthog live near thickets and burrows, where they can quickly take refuge when in danger. Their drought tolerance helps them survive in harsh environments, so clinging to burrows becomes crucial for survival. In the African wilderness, a pack of wild dogs spotted a warthog in its burrow and quickly surrounded it. They charged and cornered it, forcing the warthog out of its hiding place. As soon as it emerged, the pack relentlessly pursued its prey, forcing it into a defensive position. Leaving its familiar territory, the warthog turned to counterattack with its sharp tusks, but couldn't maintain its advantage. The pack constantly changed its approach, rapidly weakening its opponent. Once it could no longer resist, the target was completely overwhelmed, demonstrating that leaving its hiding place meant losing any chance of defense. Unlike many other primates, baboons are well adapted to environments with sparse vegetation and open ground, where they can both forage and maintain their vigilance. They often climb to higher ground to avoid danger, making the ground a weak point when they need to move. Just below their shelter, the pack of wild dogs spotted the baboons perched on the branches and began to pressure them by circling around them. They constantly stirred them up, causing one of the baboons to lose its composure. When the baboon left its landing spot, the onslaught was launched immediately. panicked baboon sought an escape route and climbed a nearby tree trunk, while the others could only observe from above. The pack of dogs pursued but could not get any closer. The confrontation ended there. Demonstrating the collective pressure can force an opponent out of a safe position without needing to subdue them. Throughout their hunts, the core characteristic of the wild dog pack lies in their ability to coordinate, navigate, and maintain constant pressure on their prey. The significance lies not in individual strength, but in how they disrupt structure, disrupt rhythm, and force opponents into error. And when distance is completely controlled, the outcome is often decided before the prey can find a way out.